Welcome everyone. This is the first meeting of the 2023-2024 Professional Development season for Kyoto JOLT, and today we're welcoming Professor Asari, who's going to talk about her involvement with SDGs in her classes. Take it away, Professor Asari.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'm Misuzu Asari from RIHN. So I was belonging to Kyoto University last month, but now I'm a member of Research Institute for Humanity and Nature. My name is Misuzu Asari, and when I go abroad, I introduce my first name, Toyota, Honda, Nissan, and Isuzu. So my name is M plus Isuzu. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. My name address is Mezase 530 Gomizero. Mezase Gomizero is my email address. So my the research field, main research field is waste research. Gomi no kenkyū desu. So maybe are you living in Kyoto City? Okay, thank you. So you are using this yellow bag to dispose the combustible waste. Yeah, so this starts from maybe 50 years ago or something. So we have to buy these bags, yeah. And samples. My research sample is this waste. So my laboratory started the waste separation survey from 1980. So more than 43 years ago. Yeah, we collected these. Yeah, every year we are doing this survey, and we collected from more than 500 households. So now we have several categories, maybe yellow bags, clear bags for plastics, clear bags for recyclables, and other small metals and so on. So we collected from more than 500 households, and we separated each waste into more than 400 categories. So we continued this survey for more than 40 years. Yeah, so from this survey, we found out, for example, the food waste or food loss issues or plastics. And also my research is all about waste, including disaster waste. So this is my main field. But at the same time, I met one very important supervisor. His name is Haimon. So in Japanese, his name is, Takatsuki. Takatsuki sensei. So Takatsuki sensei. So please, pick one piece. Yeah, so he's a very famous researcher on waste management, but at the same time, he's a cartoonist, mangaka. Yeah, so he wrote maybe more than 1,000 mangas on environmental issues. So this is one of his work. I love this, and I was very impressed with this manga when I was the university student. So you can see the steps on the level of environmental concern or SDG concern as well. And few people is going up to the top, to attend the seminars, to attend lecture, etc. But many people is under the steps, and most of them don't realize these steps. So it's a very big issue. So it impressed me so much. So I decided not only the passive studies on the desk, but also we have to know the people's behavior, know people's mind, and also we have to be involved in this people as well. So my kind of life work is environmental education. So when I was the university student, I started one group, so-called Kyodai Gomi group. And then I started the activities on campus to change the campus itself, but it's very hard. At first I tried to continue, but at the same time, I started education for younger generations. So this photo is a kind of student club, the kids club for environmental education. And also, I realized that we have to change the consumers, customers. So, this photo is Kyoto Takashimaya department store. So, we started one event in Takashimaya to show environmental friendly products for the normal consumers and so on. And these days, the SDG is very common among the society. So we are starting the development of SDG related curricula in the schools because the school teachers don't know about the environmental issues, of course, and also the SDG. Yeah, so maybe, I'm sorry, maybe you know well about these kind of issues, but I want to think about our lifestyle. So this is one typical question about our sustainability. So how many Earths we need to maintain our lifestyle if we share the same lifestyle with others on the globe? Japanese lifestyle.
I haven't heard it in the Japanese. I've always just heard like American. It's
American.
interesting to think about.
Okay, so American, how do you think?
Oh, maybe 4.
Right. More than, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So how about Japanese?
3.6.
Ah, good. Yes, that's right. Yeah. I'm sorry, it's a little bit old, but not big change for maybe developed countries. Developing countries maybe much bigger, maybe. Yeah. So as always mentioned, so USA more than 4 Earths we need to maintain our lifestyles, and Japan, yeah, to almost 2.5 or 2.4, and so maybe when I teach to the students or citizens, everyone said that the EU's lifestyle is very ecological, but based on these results, yeah, almost same for developed countries. Yeah, and maybe China, now maybe this will be almost double, I think, because this is 10 years ago. Yeah. And also India, China, there are so big differences inside the country, I think. But anyway, so we have to see that the world average level is already over 1.5. Yep. So this is Takatsuki Haimun's manga, but this is not manga, but this is the real situation. Yeah, but so today I want to talk about beyond SDG. So in Kyoto, it's my horn, but we have so many hens, histories, and also stories about sustainability in Japan. So have you ever visited Minamiza? Not yet. So,
Oh, I've been in there, yeah, for a school trip.
Oh,
watched
really?
the-
Yeah, I attended a kabuki.
oh, really?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe.
Only once.
Me too.
Only once.
Yeah.
Long time ago. Okay. Yeah. So, but Edo period is very important period in Japan. So as you can see, this is more than 200 years. So very long, and it means a little bit peace than other maybe periods. And long, and also we close the country. So no import and export. So that means we have to sustain by ourselves. So this is one typical maybe shape of style of Japanese sustainable society. Yeah, so during that period, we, as you know, so we make Minamiza, Kabuki, and Kiyomizu Temple, and other famous temples, and also sushi, tempura as well. So this kind of culture was born in Edo period. So I have next question, last question. So how many rice was eaten during Edo period? For normal people, of course, sometimes very serious, maybe years, yeah, without rain or something happened, but the average, the rice.
6.
6? Number 6.
2.
2 cups. なんていうのかな、お茶碗。お茶碗ですね。
Normal. Yes, it's not cup. It's chawan. Yeah.
That's a lot of rice, Lisa.
Cooked rice.
Well, I think that because there's not enough meat and vegetables, so I think that rice is the main
Oh.
staple, so it
Yeah,
has to
right.
be 6 cups a day.
Ah,
That's my theory.
okay. So you have to check the maybe TV. Sometimes they are doing some movie on elevator. The answer is 10.
Whoa!
10 cups.
Whoa!
Yeah. And during Edo period, long time, the normally they just eat the breakfast and dinner. So maybe the 4 cups for morning and the 6 cups for dinner or something like that. Yeah, it's the normal. Yeah, but now do you know how much rice we eat? Japanese people eat.
3, 2.
Less than 2. 1 or 2. Yeah, especially, I don't know the reason, but Kyoto people love bread.
We do like bakeries,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So this is very simple, sustainable situation. So as I mentioned, we close the country, so we don't have any import and export. So now you know the 60% of calorie is from the abroad for the food in Japan. But these years, these periods for more than 200 or 300 years. So the average output of the agriculture is about 30 to 35 million koku. Koku is special indicator for rice. The koku, 1 koku is about 150 kg. Yeah. And the quantity of the rice to be eaten per person was 1 koku for 1 person. So 1 koku is 10 cups a day. Yeah, so and the overall population in Japan during the Edo period was almost constant at 30 to 35 million people. It's very simple. Yeah, so of course, but if you check several movies, so sometimes, so the overpopulation, sometimes the kids the baby was killed, or elder people was killed, you know. Yeah, but anyway, we balanced all this population and some agriculture for more than almost 300 years. Yeah, but unfortunately, this is the current situation. So as I mentioned, we continued waste survey for more than 40 years. So every year, every day, from waste, we found this kind of untouched or unopened food. So this is from 145 households for 3 days. Yeah. And this kind of food loss is 10 trillion. Yeah, and this is almost the same as the products of agriculture and fisheries in Japan. Yeah. So you know, so the agriculture and fisheries very hard job. Yeah, but we waste all of them. Okay, so this is very interesting and very precious data on waste generation in Kyoto City. So this the figure shows the waste generation from households and small offices for more than 100 years. Yeah, so a little bit back. So here is Edo period. Yeah, and maybe it's very easy to start from this period. You know what's happened? Yeah. So World War II.
Yeah.
So of course we don't have the clear data during World War II, but almost zero during this period. You know, so we have to bring our metals to the world, etc. So almost zero. And after World War II, almost 10 years. That's maybe same amount as before World War II, but you can see the rapid increase. Yeah, during the 1960 to 1970. So you know, so this is very big change as the social system. So mass production, mass consumption, and mass waste. Of course, the population increased, but the per capita generation was also increased a bit, yeah, much. Yeah. So and then during this period, we have the last Tokyo Olympic game and also last Osaka Expo. So it's very, very fantastic period for Japanese people. Yeah, but behind the social increase, yeah, also the waste generation increased. And you can see some down. This is dole shock and oil shock. So you can understand the waste generation is quite related to the economical situation. And so we have also the bubble condition, bubble economic condition, this period. So yeah, a little bit increased. And here is the peak. So peak was millennium year. And the same in other cities, not only Kyoto City, but we decided, Kyoto Citizen or Kyoto, the bureau, city bureau decided to reduce from the peak into the half. So we introduced several methods, like, so you have to buy waste separation bag, yellow bag or clear bag. So that is one important policy. Yeah, so using these kind of policies, we achieved the half reduction, as you can see. So this is very surprisingly for other places as well. So this is a kind of example of the decoupling. So we keep the economics, but we can reduce into the half. So this is our honor. Yeah, but anyway, so I feel when I see this figure, yeah, I feel the same maybe impression as this manga. Yeah, so in the Edo period or more older days, so drinking tea is very special to enjoy the season, enjoy the conversation with people. First, the tea itself. But now, yeah, maybe we have too much konbini, too much jihanki. Yeah, I know it's very convenient, but we lost many things, I think. So Professor Takatsuki retired more than 20 years ago. He's very active now as a cartoonist, mangaka, but he retired, and as a retiring ceremony, we asked him what kind of present you want, and he answered, I want to do the exhibition on abroad. So we go to UK, Cambridge University, to do his exhibition. And we selected several manga, and this manga is most popular among UK people as well. Yeah, they are talking that they have the afternoon tea, the culture, yeah, and then they used to enjoy. Yeah, but these days there's no such kind of time. Especially Japanese people is too busy, I feel, but same in many other countries. Yeah. And also, I used this manga so many times. Yeah, so you can see many energies, the resources is from the top. Yeah, and the too many things. So, but we are trying to do some recycling. Yeah, but when people is saying, isn't it better to close the tap or yeah. So it's not easy, but now is the time maybe to change. Okay, so this is my background and related to the research. But from now on, I want to introduce several examples of beyond SDGs projects. So we established a kind of consortium with Kyoto City, Kyoto Prefecture, and several private companies in 2018, so just before COVID. Okay. So the Kyoto City have more than 1,300 years history, Of course, SDG is very important, but we feel that we have to discuss more with more longer perspective. So we published this kind of the consortium. So the company is very wide variety of the company. So maybe you know several of them. Yeah, so the one of the project is related to Gion Festival. So Gion Festival has more than 1,150 years. So we are trying to know more about Gion Festival from the viewpoint of SDGs. Yeah, so we call for the participants from especially university students and also the company people, and approximately 70 the people is become one team. So based on SDG, for example, some group is focusing on the gender issue. You know, several hoko, yamaboko, the women cannot touch or cannot own. So yeah, what kind of differences or changes? Yeah. Or of course, some people is focusing on the materiality or material. For example, some piece, some the leaves or some wood, basically from the local the mountain. But these days it's very difficult. So some import some the bamboo from China or something like that. Yeah. So there are many discussions and also very the deep learning. So we understand that they changed many things during long period. So how to change softly is very important. Yeah, and also we can learn why this festival don't have any main host. Kyoto City don't host this festival. The shrine temples don't host, and the citizens don't host. So that all of them is balanced. Yeah, so this is very interesting issue. So sometimes temple is not good condition. The citizen did more big effort. So that kind of balancing continue to the sustainability that we feel. So Kyoto City or Kyoto is kind of ecosystem, well, a kind of ecosystem. Yeah, and also my very good experience is from elementary school. So you know Yamashina Station, next to Kyoto Station, we have Yamashina Station, and that is very good place. There are very good housing and also nature. Yeah. So the one teacher of Anshu Elementary School. There are several elementary schools, but one of the eldest, more than 100 years history, is Anshu Elementary School. And one teacher asking me, they want to start SDG related or environmental related classes because they want to be a member of UNESCO school. So we discussed many times and we decided to focusing on the SDG. So our target is 5th grade students, so 11 or 10 or 11 years kids. And we started to teach what is SDG and what they can do for almost 1 month. So once a week, we visited the school and we teach slowly on SDG. So, but they are very young and very soft, so they can understand and they can utilize the SDG concept. So they decided to walk around the community, Anshu community, to find out the points related to SDG. So this is one example, one outcome of their activities. So in the center you can see the map of Anshu area and the students walking around this area, and they find out what they can do to sustain this place or what kind of solution there is. For example, some place is a little bit risky for elderly people because of the traffic. So they put several SDG cells. Yeah, so then they made this very beautiful, very precious SD map, and they make presentation for the local people. So the local people discuss with the kids to start several implementations. So that is one example. And last year, so on same school, so that every year, so 5th grade students doing trying SDG classes program, and when they go up, so they continue their works to the next generation. So last year they started new project with business sectors. So near to the Yamashina station, there are one big the shopping mall, and there are several the shops. So they start discussion with a kind of owner or staffs of restaurant or shops, and they try to make some plans to how to sustain Anshu area or Yamashina area. So that is one example. Yeah, and also we want to widen this kind of SDG lecture or SDG activities in other places in Japan and also in other countries. So we started Earth Youth Summit in Kyoto from this year, so from this March. So yeah, so this March we started in Keihok area and also online. So more than 200 high school students participated from over 15 countries. And then now we are calling the next summit. So if you have any high school student or we also needed some mentors from university or from company persons. So yeah, please, if you have, please contact us. So the next summit itself will be held in August, next August, in Miyazu, near to phase 2 Japanese Sea. But we have already started some online discussion because so most of the Japanese students is not good at talking in English. So now a kind of preparation session. So every month we did online lecture, and we have the talking or discussion session after the lecture. But the main summit itself will head next August. Yeah, and also I want to introduce my the current project. So I show already the movie about the Keihoku, but I want to know what's happened or what I want to do. So the local SDG concept, maybe it's mainly talked in Japan. Yeah, but so sustainable SDG community developed by Satoyama and city corporation. It must be very important. So we have so many Satoyama mountainous area, and also the cities. Yeah, cities like Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya. Of course, Kyoto a little bit small, but Kyoto. But at the same time, we have so many Satoyama places where the population is decreasing. So how to connect these two places must be very, very important, I feel. So we decided to start new project in Kyoto. So the Satoyama have many challenges. So in Japan, the population is becoming increasingly concentrated in a small number of areas, like Tokyo, maybe like Tokyo, Nagoya, Osaka, and local cities and the mountainous regions experiencing the decline of population. Yeah, so as I mentioned, so every year almost 400 schools become abandoned. So however, it is important to sustain such places. So we try to sustain our Satoyama places. So, so to be honest, that place is very important to think about the long Kyoto history. So, yeah, so you can see here, so Keihoku area is an important Satoyama that supports the center of the city, so Miyako, Kyo no Miyako, because almost 泣くよウグイスなので、794 years ago, Emperor Kanmu decided to make new capital from Nara to Kyoto. So at that time, Emperor Kanmu checked the materials, and he realized that there is a very good mountainous area. So that is Keihoku area. So he decided to use that mountain, Keihoku mountain, and develop a new capital here in Kyoto city side. So Keihoku area have very long history with Kyo no Miyako. So I feel it's very important, not only as maybe resource of the wood, but also related to culture and also nature. Yeah, and the Keihoku area is still very famous with wooden industry. And so that photo is one of them. So maybe you have visited chashitsu, tea ceremony house or tea ceremony room. So maybe you realize that that tea houses use so many different kinds of wood. You have to check. Yeah. So one of them must be from this area because this is very famous area. So you know the Keihoku area from here we have JR bus directly go to Keihoku, Shuzan Iki, and it takes about 1 hour. Yeah, but in old days this is very steep mountainous area. But there is one river. So they use the river to bring these woods. But this is very hard. So the people here have long history for wooden industry, and they have the wisdom. So they try to make more precious wood. So not just making temples or buildings, but they decided to make new, more precious wood for tea ceremony rooms. So this is a little bit 細くて and very beautiful shape or beautiful surface. Yeah. So maybe if you buy maybe 1 meter of these several woods, the wooden industry businessman can buy the car. So that is very, very expensive. Maybe 1本20万円ぐらい。Yeah, so Muromachi 時代, during Muromachi period, the tea ceremony became a kind of culture. So this kind of industry become very popular and become very rich, and they maybe brush up their that technique to make more beautiful wood, etc. Yeah, and after高度経済成長 after the World War II and the big economic the growth, many people want to build their own houses, and at that time we have at least one Japanese style house, Japanese style room. So this would is also become the popular. But after that, so at least these days, most of them don't have Japanese style house, no tea rooms in their houses. So so these would don't have any needs. Yeah. So industry declined steeply. Yeah, so then also the population, you can see the number of households, the population decreasing. Yeah, so for maybe 20 or 30 years. Yeah, so anyway, so this is very typical maybe example as Satoyama or countryside places. But, you know, we have long history with Satoyama and the capital, Kyoto Miyako. And also, it's not so hard. So it just takes 1 hour. So if we cannot maintain, if we cannot sustain this kind of place, maybe almost all other places in Japan cannot sustain, we feel. So we decided to do this project in Kyoto. Yeah, so we at first we lent this abandoned school from Kyoto City. Of course, one of the members is Kyoto City, so we lent this house and we renovate a little bit to use this place as a kind of SDG ballet or SDG related facilities. Yeah, and we started several projects, not only inside this the facility, but also in Keihoku area or related Keihoku community. Yeah. So if you have interest to Keihoku place, we of course the facility itself is opened almost every day. We have some holiday, but that place is now used as a telework place. Yeah, and also we have so many the room for creators like sewing or of course wooden kosaku, mokko, yeah, and also music, cooking. Yeah, but every fourth Saturday we open a kind of local market. Yeah, so we open many places and also many local people is doing workshops or restaurant, etc. So if you're interested in, please visit our place. Yeah. So next month we have and the one workshop is making uchu nebuta. I don't know what's happened, but you know, maybe you know nebuta. Nebuta, 難しい。Yeah, Nebuta is very famous in maybe Akita prefecture. Nebuta festival is very famous, very big one. But that has a history in Kyoto as well, maybe Awata Shrine. But anyway, there's one creator, they can teach how to make uchu Nebuta. Yeah. And also December 23rd, maybe Saturday, just before Christmas Day, we also have a special market. So if you are interested, please visit. Yeah. So so we started this project 3 years ago, and I decided to move my house to Keihoku. So now I'm now building a ZECH house, zero emission house in Keihoku now. So next spring, I will move to Keihoku area. But I feel that so the mixture of technology and also kind of lifestyle is very important. So I have so many foreign students. Yeah. So when I was Kyoto University the professor, I was one the laboratory. My laboratory just have the master students and doctor students, not undergraduate. So all of them foreigners, foreign students. So I'm always talking, starting with this slide. So we have Doraemon, we have so many technology dreams, but at the same time, we have to have a mind like Totoro to be a part of the nature. Yeah, so I think that is very important. So finally, I want to show some example actions with students, university students. So one issue is plastics. So these days, plastic become very big issue now. Many discussions happen in the local and global scales. And one student, she loves dance, developed the My Bolo dance, and yeah, the students enjoying dancing. Yeah, and also to talking about plastic issues, many people think the plastic shopping bags or plastic straw is very bad materials or bad products. But plastic is very, very precious materials. So we are doing this kind of activity as well. So we have the box. Yeah, so we open the box and we count how many and what kind of plastics we have. Yeah, so almost all of them are plastics. Yeah, so maybe your glasses as well. The glass is not glass, plastics. Yeah, yeah, and also the fibers, clothes as well, and of course the cards, credit cards as well. So we open and we count. Yeah, big difference. Simplest, the student just have 13, but the one, the girl have almost 2,050. So we compare each other, yeah, how to reduce or what is important, etc. Yeah, so this is just one example, but the average, the college students, university students have almost 80 products, plastic products. And we are doing this kind of practices in the many places like elementary school or some citizen lecture, etc. So, you know, Japanese kids have randosel. Yeah, so they open randosel, and the average number is 50. They have so many bungu, yeah, etc. Yeah, so many. So they are surprised. Yeah. Well, yeah. So so after opening our box, we make several categories. So this is one example. So and the students think about this kind of categorization. So this axis is necessity. So do you feel this is necessary or not? And the y-axis is avoidable or not. So for example, so that part is not necessary, yeah, and avoidable. So maybe we can reduce as soon as possible, including plastic shopping bags, straw, etc. But this part is a kind of essential use we need and not avoidable. So we have to think how to sustain. So this is depending on the product or material, but we can think about the utilization of biomass plastics or more stronger plastics for reusable or easily recyclable, etc. So we have so many plastics. So we have to think based on the category or their maybe the personal situation. But this is very interesting figure. I'm sorry, it's very small. But so based on our waste survey, we divided into plastic products into 50 categories. So this is 50, and we ask many Japanese the customers, 1万人, more than 1万人, and we ask, do you need this plastic product? So the red is, I need this plastic product, although I know alternatives. But orange is, I need this plastic because I don't know alternatives. And next is, I don't need this plastic because I know, already know alternatives. And the blue one is, I don't need this product itself, not whether plastics or not. Yeah. So you can see the lead is essential use for plastics, but of course there's several differences are there. But almost all products, 10 to 20% is essential. So this means that we don't need so much plastics. If we can find out good alternatives, most of the plastic we don't need. Yeah. But now it's very cheap, very convenient. So and also they're naturally coming into our lives, so we cannot avoid. So that become very big hands. Yeah. So we know we don't really need. Yeah, but it's very difficult to change ourselves. Yeah, me too. So I know, we know that we have to bring my bottle, my home bags, or it's better to bring the bicycles. But so that maybe custom is very, very, very dangerous, very, very strong. So, but we have to change our normal customs or normal lifestyles. Yeah. And also, so I feel that Kyoto have maybe this kind of mind, or maybe I feel that the most of the foreigners have maybe much better than Japanese people. I don't know, but so now 100 kin changed our lifestyle, I feel. So of course the mass production phases, we have very big change, but 100 kin become maybe 20 years ago or something. So that changed our maybe lifestyle as well. Yeah, before that, Japanese people feel, for example, chopsticks, my chopsticks or my chawan, my cups, but after one 100 kin culture, we don't think these things is belonging to me. So that is very big change, I feel. But anyway, so it's very important, what's need. Yeah, and also this is maybe you can understand. Mononoke hime. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is final one. So as I mentioned with Totoro and Doraemon, so of course it's very important to use the new technology, but at the same time we have to think about our lifestyles or our kind of well-beings and so on. Yeah. So okay, yeah. So one more. Yeah. Thank you very much. And I hope you can find new maybe aspects or a new face of Kyoto to find a new story for sustainability. So if you have any questions.
What happens to my plastic that I put in the plastic bins? The pura.
Mm-hmm.
What is that burned in a different kind of incinerator?
Yeah, so you are living in Kyoto?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. Now in Kyoto or in other, maybe half of the municipalities separate plastics
Yeah.
as plastic packaging.
But it's not recycled, yeah?
No.
It's burned in a different way.
No, so
or
in Kyoto, Kyoto's plastics is going to the recyclers. And
okay.
yeah, and they separate a little bit and wash, and almost half become material.
I see, I see.
But the residue, a little bit dirty or too soft, too small parts, is insulated as fuel.
I was going to say, like thermal recycling. Is
Some
that
or chemical recycling.
chemical.
Chemical recycling. That become RPF mixed with paper and plastics and become a fuel for corkscrew to make iron.
I see, I see.
So,
okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
So that is maybe not used as just fuel.
I see.
So that say that the chemical cycle.
I see,
in
I see,
Japan.
I see.
Yeah, but in foreign countries, they allow this as the recycling.
But I think they do it in Sweden or one of the Nordic countries, and they call it thermal recycle, and then they use
yeah,
it for, I think,
Right,
producing power.
right. Yeah. Maybe Sweden. Yeah.
Sweden.
Right.
no.
Right. Yeah.
But it's different to that. So I was wondering if it was the same as the Swedish system, or so
A little bit
it's
different.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and also so from this year, Kyoto City started the collection, not only the packaging, but also products.
That's right. Yeah, harder plastics.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe the material recycling ratio become higher than before.
That wasn't it hasn't. Kyoto City hasn't done a very good job at telling people about that. So
I feel so.
We got a notice maybe in January, and I thought, oh, that's really interesting, and so I remembered it, but we haven't received anything else since then. So I actually didn't know when the start date was. It was May or something, was it? I had in my memory, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They did a really bad job with.
So yeah,
and many people probably didn't see that initially.
Right.
So probably lots of people don't know about that.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's true. Yeah. They said that they maybe deliver one paper.
Yeah,
but
they did do one.
almost then, yeah, and also when I do survey in this summer, maybe the knowledge about that the collection of plastic products is maybe 10% or something.
Yeah,
Very
I'm not
less.
surprised. Yeah.
So I will push. You also. Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You mentioned your zero emissions house.
Mm-hmm.
How are you fueling your house?
Difficult question. Yeah, so the one big issue is we started the utilization of abundant school. Yeah, and also we started one project to collect organic waste from restaurants inside the city and of course the local households. And we have one facility for biogasification. Yeah, and that means the local people, some of them don't want that kind of facility near to them. Yeah, but I want to make it success. Yeah, and I want to be there. So that is one reason to move to my house to Keikoku area. So I have to be one of the member of the community to do new project. So that is one reason. But my husband is 10 years older than me, and he retired soon. And he is always working in the house, but I think his lifestyle will change. He have to do some the agriculture works, etc. That must be more healthy, like my last manga, to change lifestyle or change maybe relationship with the people. It's very important and it's very good chance.
Thank you very much for your talk. As I was talking to you earlier before you began today, in one of my classes we use SDGs as material for discussion and presentations, and I find that when the students do their research about what different companies or organizations are doing, they feel the sense of I don't know if it's hopelessness, but hypocrisy, that many companies say they are being SDG friendly, but they are not really, or what they are doing solves a very small amount of the problem, but the problem is much bigger. And what you've shown us today seems very inspiring and very interesting, but I'm also concerned, like, well, for one, as an individual teacher, without the resources of your institute, you know, I can't really do that much, even if I want to. I just don't have the time. And secondly, when the students research these things, no doubt they feel this sense of like, wow, I'm doing something well, but the problem is so much bigger. And this changes like this much, of the problem. So how do we deal with that? Because if we want, as teachers, to change and to use our students to help change, if we want to, then how do we deal with this? And how do you deal with this? Because certainly you must know what you're doing is important, but it's also, overwhelmed by the size of the problem. I'm sorry for the big question.
Very big. So based on my experiences, I feel the same. So as I mentioned, I started the environmental education or environmental activity when I was a university student. Yeah, so at that time, I feel that I have to change everything, everything in the world. Yeah, but I met so this manga. Yeah, this manga impressed me a lot. Yeah, because when I was university student and I started to change Kyoto University into sustainable campus. Yeah, but almost all professors don't hear about my voice, and I'm very disappointed. Yeah, but I met this manga and Haimun sensei, and so this is very normal. So as you mentioned, the company, most of the company think about their sustainability. That is very important. Yeah, but how to make a little change, how to push them into just one step is very important, I feel. So the one direction is to be なんていうのかな、寛容に優しく。So a little change is very important. So one is to push the little change for many people. So that is one direction. But at the same time, so as a university professor or for experts, it's very also important to push to go up to the top. So in Kyoto University or in my institute, I try to push more. So in my class, most of the students interest in the environmental issues or SDG related issues, but most of the adults don't reply to their voice. So I try to hear their voice, and I try to push. Of course, some of the students want to do new projects related to SDG. They have very big passion, and sometimes, but that become very difficult. But I will try to push as much as possible, because when I was a student, many people support me to do many events, etc. So I feel that there are two directions. So one is these days nudge is very famous environmental economic that kind of method to change the people. Nudge.
I don't know that.
Nudge. 発音が違ってるかな。
Well, no, can you maybe write it on the NATCH or is it a kanji? Is it
漢字なのでナッジはナッジ。
From
The one economist get Nobel Prize using this ナッジ。
Nachi.
ナッジ。ごめんなさい。ナッジって英語の発音が違うかもしれない。
No,
nudge,
nudge.
nudge,
Nudge.
Nudge.
And nudge. No, 日本語だと nudge.
大丈夫ですか？
なるほど。Thank you, sorry.
Yeah, so sorry. Yeah.
いえいえ、全然大丈夫。Thank you, I didn't know that was a
Yeah. So always
Nudge.
this manga is my mind. When I was student, I always angry with these people. But not angry, but we have to open and they have several maybe problems. Yeah, so we are trying and also the nudge must be one maybe method, and we cannot give up.
Hmm.
Any other questions? All right, let's do this.
Okay. So, sorry, I'll just close. Thank you very much. I was going to say thank you very much, Professor Asari, for speaking one more time. Please give a round of applause. For those of you watching at home, this was a presentation by Professor Asari of the, was it research? What was the title of your institute again? The title of your institute again, research?
Research on waste management?
No, your institute.
RIHN.
RIHN.
Yeah, RIHN. Yeah.
RIHN,
Research
okay.
Institute for Humanity and Nature.
Okay, so the link is going to be in the comments, I'm sorry, in the profile. And thank you very much. And if you're interested more, please subscribe to our channel. And we look forward to seeing you at future events. Really. Thank you.